Welcome to your Midday Sports. We begin with cricket. With a third consecutive T20 series win for this year on the line, West Indies captain Rovman Powell is calling for greater application from the bowlers in today's fifth and final encounter in Trinidad and Tobago. The series is locked at 2 apiece after the English scored a crushing 75-run victory in Tuesday's fourth game at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy on the back of a century from opener Phil Salt. Salt cracked 119 from 57 balls as England rattled up their highest ever T20 score of 267 for 3. However, Powell says even with the batting-friendly conditions, better execution is needed from the bowlers.
Is that our execution haven't been up to par. As much as the wickets are good, they had 260 wickets. So that in itself gives us an opportunity to, once we execute properly, then we should be okay.
The Jamaican added that the Caribbean team has conjured up a plan to stop the impact of Salt, who has scored consecutive centuries.
We have bowling plans for England, top 6, top 7 batters. The guys who we think will hurt us or can hurt us. And Phil Salt is definitely one of those players. He scored back-to-back hundreds against us. So he's definitely someone that we're looking on to see how best we can dismiss him.
The match bowls off at 3 p.m. Jamaica time. The government of Antigua and Barbuda has announced that a new cricket franchise will be based in the country for the 2024 edition of the Caribbean Premier League, the CPL. Antigua and Barbuda's Minister of Sport, Daryl Matthew, announced on Tuesday that the new franchise would replace the Antigua Hawksbills that campaigned in the CPL from 2013 to 2014. The announcement came during Matthew's presentation of the 2024 budget. Matthew said that the new franchise could generate more than US $5.5 million in revenue annually. Antigua and Barbuda was home to the Antigua Hawksbills, one of the 6 teams in the inaugural edition of the CPL in 2013. The Hawksbills won 3 of its 16 games between 2013 and 14. Marlon Samuels was captain for both seasons, with the team being coached by Sir Viv Richards in 2013 and Tim Nielsen in 2014. Without a win in their last 3 Ray and Nephew Jamaica Premier League matches, leaders and defending champions Mount Pleasant FC will be hunting redemption when they journey to St. Elizabeth for their clash against Treasure Beach this afternoon. Mount Pleasant are coming off consecutive losses, while Treasure Beach have lost their last 3 games. This match kicks off at 3 p.m. at Stets. In the other games at 3 p.m., third-placed Tivoli Gardens can move to the top of the table should Mount Pleasant lose and they get the better of 8th-placed Cavalier at the Anthony Spaulding Sports Complex. Dunbeholden, with 3 victories in their last 4 matches, take on Humber Lion at the Ashenheim Stadium. Humber Lion have suffered consecutive losses. Elsewhere, former champions Portmore United welcome the winless Limehall Academy to the Ferdinita Park, while Harbourview journey to the Wembley Centre of Excellence to face Vere United. Finally, reigning Australian Suncorp Super League netball champions, the Adelaide Thunderbirds, today confirmed at TVJ Sports Report that Jamaican veteran goal shooter Imelda Aiken-George will join them for the upcoming season. Aiken-George will join fellow Sunshine girls Shamira Sterling and Latanya Wilson at the Australian outfit. The experienced shooter recently concluded a season with the New South Wales Swifts, where she was a temporary replacement for the injured Trinidadian Samantha Wallace. The 35-year-old Aiken-George will be playing for her 3rd team after 3 titles, along with 3 MVP awards at the Queensland Firebirds. Other Jamaicans in the league for the 2024 season are Janiel Fowler, Katie Andy Haney, Shanice Beckford and Jodie Ann Ward. And that's it for your Midday Sports Report. O'Shane, it's back to you.
Thanks, Spencer. And that's the Midday News. I'm O'Shane Masters. Join us at 7 for primetime news. On behalf of the news, sports and production teams, have a good afternoon.